This is just insane. It's April 12th. I'm in northern Colorado at about 10,000 feet. It's been snowing all day, all night. Probably about 2 feet of snow on the ground. Got my sled here. Gonna go camping. This is wet, nasty snow though, so I don't know how well it's gonna go. This is probably gonna be a nightmare. I don't know if I'm gonna get a fire. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's probably not gonna be too fun though, so we'll see. Well, I found a spot that's somewhat protected from the snow, surrounded by trees here. I'm getting pretty cold, so as you know, I usually kind of show you guys me setting up camp and putting up my tent and everything. I don't want to do that. It takes too much time. So I'm just going to get camp set up as quickly as I can and we'll go from there. Wool blankets. So when you're camping in the snow, it's always a good idea to put a wool blanket under your sleeping bag. Helps insulate it a little bit. For this, I got 2 of them. It's also a good idea when you're camping in bear country to put your sleeping bag in the middle of your tent. I don't know if you can see that, but so sometimes at night the bears will come and sniff around your tent, claw at it a little bit. So if you're in the middle, you're not going to get clawed. I don't know. It's never happened to me, but it's always a good idea to be safe. Sorry I was a little sparse with the footage of me setting up camp. I know you guys like watching me do that, but it's so cold out here and the snow's since slowed down a little bit, but it was coming down. I mean, this is kind of the most important thing you need to do before anything else is make sure you get your tent up. Even though, honestly, a tent like this, it's not going to keep you warm at night. I mean, it's good for high winds. It's good for when you're up on on a mountain or something. But as far as keeping you warm, it's not going to keep you warm. I did bring something here. I found this a couple days ago at the store. It's like a little heater. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little heater, and I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put it in the tent. And here's the issue, though. So I'm at 10,000 feet right now, and this thing says, keep the snow out of it. This thing says it'll shut off at 7,000 feet. And I think the reason why is basically when it senses there's low oxygen, it turns off as a safety feature, which is good, but it's not so good when you're at 10,000 feet. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give it a try and we'll see how long it stays on. It might not work at all. I don't know. But I hope it does. We got a bit of a problem here. On the way in, my water bottle somehow opened up and it leaked. And I've got hardly any water left. And it's frozen all over my sleeping bag, all over my air pad. So I guess at this point, really my only option is to start melting snow. And if you've never melted snow before, it takes a while. Ah, shit, this sucks, man. All right, well, I guess I don't have any other option. If you've never melted snow like this, it takes longer than you would think. Unfortunately. Even longer to boil it. Actually, that's going pretty fast because it's so light. Oh yeah, nice. That's going fast. I don't know if you can see that. I guess I should be thankful that I have the snow. If I was in the desert, I'd be in trouble. By the way, you probably know this, at least you should know this, but if you're ever in this situation, don't eat snow, because I'm already pretty cold, and if I ate a bunch of snow, I'd probably freeze to death. All right, problem solved. That's one thing you kind of have to do out here is realize that things are going to go wrong. And when this happened, when I realized that I had lost my water, there's a moment of panic, but then you have to figure out a solution. And in my case, the solution was pretty easy and accessible, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But just try not to freak out, because there's usually a solution, and if there's not, you're gonna die anyway, so why worry about it? Yeah, man, so a lot of times being out in these environments, this harsh environment, 90% of it is keeping your head on straight, because the body can withstand a lot, it can adapt, but the mind, man, if you don't keep your head on straight out here, you go crazy and you make some really stupid mistakes. I have to admit, it might look like a winter wonderland out here, but you can probably tell by the way my voice sounds. My lips are so cold I can barely speak. It's not comfortable. It's beautiful in its own certain way, but in a lot of ways, it's not some place that I would recommend you go. I'm just a lunatic. Let me show you guys something. A lot of you might know that I own an outdoor company out of Steamboat Springs, Colorado. We make all kinds of stuff. We make these chest packs. Check that out. You put it right here, and this is great for skiing or hiking, mountain biking, anything where you want some easy access to all your gear. And this is one of those things where once you try it and use it for a while, you realize how awesome it is, how handy it is. And one thing I love about this is the zipper comes down, put your phone right there, stick it in there. It has a heat conductive plastic, that stuff. Really cool. Yeah, West Slope. It's the name of my company. Just a little plug there. Actually, I'll plug one more thing. That's our new backpack, the Terraform. A lot of packs you see out there, they look old, man. They look like something like a pilgrim or something would walk around with. So we got a real modern shape right here. Check that out. Dual water bottle holders. Put bear spray like me if you want. Those close magnetically. And this thing does something that I don't think any other pack does that I'm aware of. Is you unzip it like this. Kind of hard with big gloves on, but if I take my gloves off, I'll freeze to death. This zips off and it turns into a lightweight vest. Because a lot of times, you might be hiking or going on a short run or a short walk, and you don't want to carry a whole backpack, but you still need water. or maybe you need bear spray or something. So yeah, 2 packs in one. How cool is that? westslopegear.com. So I got some free time before I have to start cooking dinner. When I was coming in, I saw a hill. I have a sled, so I should probably not do this, but I think it sounds like fun. We'll see. Woo! Oh no! Just to give you an idea of how deep this snow is, it's April 12th. Check that tree out. It's basically split right through the middle. Which is not good if it gets windy, because my tent is right here. Yeah, if there's one piece of advice I can give you for camping in this type of environment, it's to try to keep busy. Because if you slow down, if you stop, if you sit down, you're going to start getting cold. Your mind's going to start wandering, and you're going to start thinking about what's out here. And you're going to start thinking about how cold it's going to get tonight. So keep busy. Do whatever you can. Go on a hike. If you don't have anything to do, go on a little hike. It'll warm you up. And it's a lot better than sitting here trying to stay warm. So one of the problems I've been having with these fires out here is the snow's so deep. It's probably 5-6 feet deep. So when you start a fire, it basically melts the snow and goes deeper and deeper and deeper until it's not getting any oxygen, the fire goes out. I've been trying to think of ideas to kind of fix that. And kind of what I'm thinking now is maybe I'll just throw these ski poles down and then throw this grate on top. I think that might help a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna see. Maybe you've ran into this problem before and you have an idea. Let me know down in the comments. It's just one thing after another. The water's too frozen to come out. The lid's too frozen to open. There's no dry wood around here. There's no use of looking for it. So I found this thing at Walmart the other day. It says it's a pole start fire. I don't know. I'm guessing it's like a firecracker or a flare gun or something. I don't know. It says pull the red string and it says no matches, windproof, 200 miles an hour, lights wet wood. I don't know. Burns for 30 minutes. Let's try this and see what it's all about, see if it works. Are you ready for this? Whoa! Yeah, it's like a flare. It's pretty cool, actually. Glad those eggs aren't frozen. Olive oil's hard. Okay, so today we're gonna do breakfast for dinner, and it's gonna be pretty good, pretty gourmet. They're not pretty, but they'll do the trick. All right. I think all things considered, this turned out pretty good. Well, my ski pole solution seemed to be working. Look at that. It's melting under it. But the fire is fine. So I guess I don't need your suggestions after all. Now you know. All right. You know the drill. I gotta put all the leftovers in this bag and hang it from a tree. I don't know. At least take it outside of camp. I don't need any curious bears trying to grab it. So I found this thing on Amazon, the Chandelier candle lantern. I don't know, it says it puts off 5,000 BTUs, whatever the hell that means. So I'm gonna put it in the tent like an hour before I go to bed, light it up and see if it heats up the tent. I'm sure it will, but I really don't feel comfortable keeping it lit when I'm sleeping. For that, I'm gonna try this thing. This is propane operated, Mr. Heater. But again, it says it turns off at 7,000 feet. We're at 10,000 feet, so more than likely this thing's just going to keep turning off because it's going to think we're in low oxygen. We are in low oxygen, but it's basically going to, it's a safety feature. It turns off because it thinks it's suffocating me, but I don't know. Maybe it'll work. But it probably won't because otherwise the safety feature sucks, right? Yeah, man, another thing I hate about camping at this altitude is it's really hard to keep a fire going. It's just, you have to keep blowing on it. freaking annoying, man. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, sorry if the mood changed. Just starting to get cold and frustrated. To be honest, I have service out here and I read some shit that just pissed me off. I tell myself I'm not going to read my phone when I'm out here, but I did, and now I'm just in a bad mood. Honestly, I really don't even want to be here. I know it's going to be like in the negatives tonight, Fahrenheit, and I know that stupid heater's not going to work. I don't know. It's going to be a long night, but at this point, I might as well just do it. After all that talk about keeping your head on straight and not losing your shit, here I am losing my shit. All right. I wish I could record more, but these batteries in this camera are just dying super quick. I don't know how cold it's going to get tonight, but it could be pretty rough. Alright guys, it's 16 degrees. I'm going to get this started and let it sit for about an hour, and let's see if it heats up the tent at all. I really hope it does. Yeah, this fire's getting pretty hard to maintain. I find it ironic that the place you need a fire the most, it's the hardest to keep going. But I understand that there was a shooting in New York today in a subway or something. And, you know, even though it has started snowing again, you know, relatively, this is not a bad place to be. So, yeah, let's, I think I've kind of given up on this fire. There's really not much wood left. So let's go ahead and head in the tent and see if that lantern has done anything. Well, it's 19. What was it before? 14 or 15 or something? So, yeah. I don't know. You be the judge. A little disappointing. Let's try this heater. Alright, check that out. Feels great. It's already up to 32. I'm going to let it go for another hour or so before I go to sleep, and I'll probably have to turn it on again at like 3 in the morning, because that's when it gets the coldest, and obviously because that's when the sun's been down the longest. Yeah, I've just been kind of laying here, and I don't know if you can hear it, but the snow's picked up, which is a good thing, because generally when it's snowing, the animals will hunker down and you don't really have to worry about them. I'll try to clean this lens here. Yeah, I was watching that movie Annihilation last night, and I remember there's that scene where the chick gets eaten by the bear. I was just thinking about that, and it was kind of freaking me out a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna lay here a little bit longer and probably go to sleep. So we'll see you in the morning. All right, guys. Good morning. I think it's about 6:45. I slept pretty good last night. I didn't get cold. I left that heater on till about 11, so for about an hour, and then I turned it on at about 5:30 this morning. I think it's about 6:45 right now, and I think it snowed all night. So we're gonna go take a look. and see what the damage is. Yep, definitely snowed. Alright, well, I have to get back. My kid has a little school concert, so I'm going to get back and do that. And yeah, there's a lot of fresh snow, so everything's going to be a little more difficult getting out of here, but we'll figure it out. The fire did to my ski pole, so maybe it's not going to work after all. Well, that's about it for this time. Another one in the books. I'm guessing this is going to be the last winter camp of the year, but I got something in a couple weeks lined up that I think you guys are really going to like. So, until next time, peace.